Michelle from Nerdy Moms United, and today I'm going to talk about what are the top 15 WordPress plugins for beginners. At the end of this video, I have something special for you, so stay until the end. So, what are the top 15 WordPress plugins for new bloggers? Well, I broke them down into 4 different categories, so that way they're a little easier to understand. I broke them down into site design, analytics and support, speed and SEO, and security. For site design plugins, I picked Elementor, Gutenberg Blocks, and Pop-Up Maker. Elementor has a free and paid version. You can pretty much get everything you need from the free version. So what Elementor does for you is it lets you design pages. It's a page builder. You don't really use it for editing or changing your posts. That's not what it's for. It's only for site building. You can even build sales funnels with it. But Elementor is really powerful, and the great thing about it, it has a support group on Facebook. They also have a lot of video tutorials on YouTube. There's a lot of information on it and a lot of free training, and it's worth it. Also, it gets you to, or allows you to design your website the way you want it to look like. The next one is Gutenberg Blocks. With this one's a little different than Elementor. Elementor is a page builder. Gutenberg Blocks is for editing your page or post inside the WordPress dashboard. And that's the only place you can really use it. That's how this one specifically works. You could probably get an add-on for Elementor to have some type of Gutenberg blocks in it. But the plugin I am talking about is the one that you would use when you're editing a page or your post inside WordPress. And that's the one I'm talking about. So it's a lot less intensive than Elementor. Some people might not be into Elementor because they don't want to get into more of the heavy lifting of site building, and that's perfectly okay. Since I'm a web developer, I like both because it gives me more flexibility depending on what I am doing, especially when I am writing my blog posts and want to add tables or pictures or other things. Gutenberg is more flexible that way. Now, Pop-Up Maker is not like the other two. What it's good for is building your email list and also letting your subscribers know when they come to your website about new things that are going on, or if you have a special offer or sale going on your site. So Pop-Up Maker is great for that. You can set timers for it for when you want it to show up, or decide which pages you want it to display on. So, and you can even make it look any way you want. You can even make different pop-ups have different looks for what you're going for. So these are the 3 I recommend when you're a beginner with WordPress. Okay, analytics and support plugins. These are the 3 I recommend. Google Analytics by Monster Insights. This plugin is great, especially when you're starting out and you're a little confused about how Google Analytics really reports on your site and what it does for you. Monster Insights Google Analytics plugin actually makes it a lot easier because then you can see it actually on your WordPress dashboard instead of always going to Google Analytics to see what your stats are. It shows you in your dashboard, so there's one less place to go, and it makes it a lot easier to see. They have a great video on the stats and how it works. They have a free and paid version. I just use the free version. Next one is Insert Header for Footers. This plugin is great, especially when you're new to WordPress and blogging and you are applying to ad sites like Google AdSense, or you're applying to Amazon affiliates. Sometimes they ask you to load a little piece of code in your footer or header, so that way that you can have displayed ads on your site so you can make money from your blog traffic. But if you're not a coder and you're not comfortable adding code to your site, it can be overwhelming. That's where this plugin comes in. Insert header or footer makes it so much easier to add that code. It gives you a simple window and tells you the blocks of for your header, body, and footer, and it tells you the name of the block, and all you do is just copy and paste the code they give you. That's it, and you save, and you're done. No developer needed. So it makes it super easy and easy to maintain, and they even give you instructions on how to use it. Broken link checker. This is great because you don't want broken links on your site, especially if they're affiliate links. Also, broken links affect your SEO score. SEO is important for your blog. So this is great. I use this as well. I run it for a couple days, find out what my broken links are, get them fixed, and then I turn it off. Because it does take quite a bit of system resources, so once a month, I'll turn it on for a few days, get my stats, fix the links, and turn it off. Because turning off a plugin, all you do is activate and deactivate. So when I'm not using it, I deactivate it. So very powerful, can be resource intensive, but it does help with your SEO and help you find all those broken links. It can allow you to fix those links inside their dashboard, so that way you don't have to go digging through those posts. You just fix it right there and you're done. Speed and SEO plugins. Now these plugins are great. I use them. Smush. Smush is great for your images because you only want your images to take up so much space on your blog, especially on your pages and your posts, because they affect the speed of loading those items, and you don't want it to be slow because it turns off users from actually wanting to visit your site. You don't want to sit there waiting for the site to load on your phone or on your computer. Neither do they. Smush helps you with that. Once you load up the picture, it will help you make it smaller. Sometimes you want a little more oomph when making your pictures smaller, and this is where resize image after load comes in. This plugin is great because you only want your pictures to be so big. Your biggest is 900 by 900 pixels in size of a picture. And then for small pictures like your featured image for your posts, you want it a lot smaller than that. This is great for that. It allows you to change the picture inside your media portion of your WordPress dashboard. You just go to media, and then you can see all your listing of pictures and see how big they are. Sometimes it doesn't always show, but that's where you can hit edit. You can see how big the picture is, how much space it's taking up, and then you can decide if you want to make the picture smaller or not. Okay, next one is Rank Math SEO. Other people like to use Yoast. I prefer Rank Math only because I get more features and it's free. And hey, when you're first starting out on a blog, you don't have a lot of money. Free is good, and this one is awesome. I get more features with this plugin than I would with Yoast, and that's why I like it so much. Also, it will also help you see what your SEO ranking is across your whole site, which is also great. So I recommend Rank Math. It also helps you SEO your pages and your posts. So I like using it, and I think it works really great. They have a great video on how to use it. So I would recommend that one because it's free and I get more features out of it than I do with Yoast. If you like Yoast, then stick with Yoast. But I use and recommend Rank Math. The next plugin I recommend is Updraft Plus. What this does for you is it allows you to do backups and recovery of your WordPress site if something goes wrong. like a bad plugin got installed on your site and it broke some stuff, or maybe one of your plugins had an update and it caused some damage to your site, stuff like that, or something got deleted from your site. You can recover that too with it. Also, it allows you to control where your backups are saved, and that's great, because if you can control your backups, the more control you have over your site. That's why I like Updrafts Plus. They have a free and paid version. I get everything I need out of the free version, and you can choose to have your backups saved at in your Google Drive, in a Dropbox, your Amazon backup location. I mean, there's a lot of places you can choose. You can even save them on your machine, and then you can just save them off onto external drive. That's totally up to you, but it is really flexible. It's great, and I love it. I have it back up my site once a week or once a day, so that way I have a backup every day, and then that way I have it save a couple of backups, so that if I have to go back and restore my site for a certain day, I'm set. And restoring is easy, and you don't have to pay to have your site restored. Some other plugins that do this feature charge you to restore your site. You don't need that aggravation. That's why I go with Updrafts Plus. And the last one, for speed and also helps with your SEO, is WP Fastest Cache. So what does this really do for you? It helps you manage and clear out the cache of your website. And this is a good thing because it helps keep your website fast, and also keeps your site from holding on to old copies of your site. Because if you make a change, let's say in Elementor on your site, and it looks great and it looks awesome, and you save it, and you go look at your site in incognito mode, and you don't see any of your changes, it's because you need to dump your cache of your site. And this makes it really easy. It's a one-touch feature. When you're in your WordPress dashboard, on the top bar, you'll see WP Fastest Cache up there. Just click on that and say delete cache, and also remove the cache on your browser, and then you'll be able to see your new changes right then and there. It is awesome. All right, security plugins. These are important to keep your website safe and keep your content safe. This is very important. So let's start with really simple SSL. This is important, and when you use a web hosting service, they give you an SSL certificate. Well, you need to make sure it's activated and your WordPress can use it, because Google, and it's been like this for a while, will not recommend your site if you're not a secure HTTPS site. It will not think your site's credible, and it will not recommend your site during a search. And that's not a good thing, because then it affects your ability to get traffic, free traffic. So this plugin makes it really easy to make sure your SSL security cert is connected to your site and working. So it's really great. And also they have a video on how to set it up. It's really easy to do. It doesn't take very long, but it makes a big difference with your site. Next one is WP Content Copy Protection. What this plugin does is it keeps people from skimming your content off your site, and that's an issue. What is skimming? It means when people copy and paste all your content or some of your content off your site and paste it on their blog or website and claim it to be their intellectual property. That really sucks, because you put a lot of time and effort into creating your posts. It is your work, your intellectual property, and actually the law protects you on that. So here's an added security step to protect your intellectual property on your website. This allows you to keep people from doing a copy and paste of your site and your pictures. So it's really easy to use. It's just a few check boxes and you're set. All-in-one WP security is great. It's free, great security software, and I have another video later on how to set it up for your blog. It protects you from hackers, from spammers who try to do nasty, naughty things on your site, which you really don't want because it affects your SEO if your site's compromised. This helps with that. It also keeps people from trying to get into your administrative account of your blog. And in that video that I'm going to do about security, I'm going to show you how you do that, so that way it protects you from that stuff from happening. So really great. It's free. People also like WordPress as well for a security plugin. You only need one security plugin when it comes to that type of security, either all-in-one WP security, which is totally free, or WordPress, which is another good one. I personally don't use it, but I hear a lot of other bloggers use it and they like it. So your choice, but only choose one. All right, this other one is important because it's more of a legal issue. GDPR cookie consent. What this does for you is it puts a consent banner on the bottom of your website when people first visit. So that way people know about your privacy terms and they can read them if they desire and if they want the cookies from the site to be saved in their browser. If you are part of the EU, the European Union, this is required if you run a blog or website. If you have visitors from European nations that look at your site, this is required. Also, California passed a law a while back, also making this required. Other states are following suit, and it doesn't hurt to just have it on your site, so it covers you legally. Really easy to put on your site. You can even make it match the colors of your site as well. So very simple plugin to use and really easy. All the plugins I reference are really easy to use. They also have videos if you get stuck. So I would recommend any of these for you to use on your website, so that way you are all set for anything that comes your way. So I did promise you something special. Down below, I have a checklist for you of all of these plugins that I talked about and links of how to get to them. I'm not affiliated for any of them, so I don't make any money from them. It's just I wanted to make sure you had free resources to get your blog up and running and get it running right. So click down below and you can get that checklist for free and easy links to get to all of those, so you can download them and get them loaded up to your site super easy. If you like my videos, subscribe and like my videos. If you have questions or concerns, drop them down in the bottom in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I do respond. I'll check you next time. This is Michelle from Nudie Moms United.